Hi, hello guys, Bernie is here. On this tutorial guys, you will learn on how to paint the sunrise, the lighthouse, the wave effects to the water, and many more. Guys, please subscribe to my channel for more free painting tutorial in the near future. Let's get started here. I'm going to create the sky first. I'm going to paint directly the cobalt blue to this area. I'm going to create the boundary for my sky and also the subject below. Using this cobalt blue, I'm going to create the temporary horizontal line here. This is my sky in this area, and this is also my subject below, or I'm going to create the waves here or a sea. I'm going to paint directly the cobalt blue in this area. Then the titanium white mixed with the cobalt blue. Titanium white and the cobalt blue to create lighter sky blue on this area here for my sky, and also just blend this color to the cobalt blue. Then after that, I'm going to paint directly the fluorescent orange yellow at the very on this horizontal line. Fluorescent orange yellow. Then the cadmium yellow. I'm going to paint here. Just add the fluorescent orange yellow here. Just blend also this color. Just blend, create a very nice color of the sky here. Then the titanium white in this area here. Mix the color of titanium white and the fluorescent orange yellow to create a very lighter orange. This area here. Just blend also this color. The blue color or the cobalt blue. Gonna paint here. That's looking good to that area there. Then the cadmium yellow. Going to add cadmium yellow here or the yellow. You can also use your primary yellow or the Hansa yellow to this. Then the orange yellow here. Fluorescent orange yellow at the very bottom of this area. This one also here. The fluorescent orange yellow. For my warmer clouds that are affected by the lights coming from the sun. Just looking good at that area there. Then I'm going to mix the color of the violet color and the cobalt blue. The violet and the cobalt blue. Cobalt blue with the violet color. Just paint here for my shading of the clouds or the other color of my clouds here. Just looking good to my sky. Just blend this color so that it will create a very nice and smooth sky. Just looking good at that area, and going to paint Also the fluorescent orange yellow for my warmer clouds. I'm going to mix the color of the fluorescent orange yellow and the titanium white to create the lighter orange. Add here. Just mix again the fluorescent orange yellow and the titanium white. By the way, I'm using number or 1-inch flat brush. Just mix again to create more lighter orange. Titanium white in the fluorescent orange yellow. Fluorescent orange yellow also. Just looking good at that area there. Now let's continue here. I'm going to mix the color of the cobalt blue and the deep violet. Cobalt blue and the deep violet or the violet color. And add a small amount of titanium white to create this kind of color here. Just add here at the very bottom of the sky. And after that, I'm going to add also the cobalt blue for more color effect to the sky here. Also just blend this color. Then the cobalt blue and the titanium white to create the lighter sky blue. Add here to blend this color. Just blend this color going to the upper portion of the sky. Very nice. Very nice sky here. And after that, the fluorescent orange yellow also I'm going to add to this area. Just observe my brush strokes, guys. These are the clouds near to the sun, and also just blend this color. I'm using the circular type of brush strokes. Then after that, the fluorescent orange yellow again. Cadmium yellow. Then I'm going to mix the color of cadmium yellow and also the titanium white to create the lighter yellow. Just add here. This light is very near to the sun, that's why it's more light color here. Add more light color. Mix again the. I'm going to mix again the cadmium yellow. You can also use primary yellow and cyan this area for my sun area here. Looking good. Then the fluorescent orange yellow here. We have a very nice sky color that is painting here. And I'm going to add a very small circle using the titanium white. This is my sun. Small circle that there, looking good. And just blend this color at the edge of this circle. Just looking good. It's a very nice there. Then after that, I'm going to mix the color of the cobalt blue and the violet color. Just add violet color and cobalt blue. Just add small amount of titanium white to create a very lighter blue violet. Just like this here. Just add here for my mountain, a very far mountain. Just add more color, the blue violet. Add more titanium white to the blue violet. Then the blue violet also. Going to add here a little bit near mountain. The violet color and the blue. Just add a small amount of Mars block. This one here, another color of the mountains for my near mountains here. I'm going to add highlight to that mountain using the cobalt blue. Using this cobalt blue, gonna add for highlight for this mountain here. We have a very nice. Going to add the cobalt blue to the mix these three colors: the Mars block, the violet color, and the cobalt blue. Create this kind of color here. Just add here for my near mountain, or the base color of my subject to this area. It's only the base color. And also this one here, I'm going to add the subject using the Mars block. Mix the going to add subject to this area. This one also for my subject here. This is only the base color here. Just looking good at that area. Then I'm going to mix the color of the fluorescent orange yellow and the violet color. And just add small amount of Mars block and the violet color, and just add small amount of yellow. Just add here for my cliff to this here. I'm going to wait this until it dries. So I'm going to continue here. This one here, I'm going to add the I'm going to add water here. So I'm going to mix the color of the cobalt blue, the violet color, cobalt blue and the violet color, and add small amount of Mars block. Just add more cobalt blue. This one here for my water effects. Just selecting the area for this color. This is only the base color here. The cobalt blue I'm going to add. This is my water or my weave effects here. I'm going to add weaves or the sea weaves to this area. Just paint more cobalt blue and just blend also this color. This is only the base color. My water, this or the waves that there. Now let's continue here. I'm going to add also the Viridian Green mixed with the Cobalt Blue, Viridian Green and the Cobalt Blue. Just add here the very far water. First, I'm going to create first the water here before I'm going to proceed the subject on this area and also this one here. I'm going to mix the color of the titanium white and the cobalt blue, titanium white and the cobalt blue. Just add more cobalt blue and just add small amount of Viridian Green. Just paint here for my weaves for the sea water here. Then titanium white here. Gonna paint directly the titanium, but it should be more. You should blend this titanium white. Going to blend this titanium white to the color that I painted. First, titanium white, or just mix the titanium white and the cobalt blue to create a lighter sky blue. Just paint here for more color of the weaves, the sea water. Then the yellow color, going to add yellow color here. And the light green color, just selecting the area here. Then the titanium white and the cobalt blue, going to mix this color. Just add here. Just add more titanium white to the cobalt blue to create more lighter sky blue. Create more color of the weaves, the sea weaves here. Then the cobalt blue. Just blend this cobalt blue to the green color. Then I'm going to mix the color of the cobalt blue and the light green color. Add titanium white. Just add more titanium white. Just add here. For my weaves, I just paint directly the titanium white. And the cobalt blue also here at the very bottom this here. And the Viridian Green. Just paint directly the Viridian Green here, and but it should be blend this Viridian Green to the color of the or the blue, to the blue color that I painted earlier. Then the titanium white and the cobalt blue. Just paint here for the weaves. the far waves of the water. Then the titanium white. Then the blue color. Just selecting the area here. And the titanium white. I'm going to blend this titanium white to this here. And just add the Viridian Green for the color of the water. Just add Viridian Green here. Then the lighter sky blue also I'm going to add this here. And the cobalt blue, violet, gonna mix this color. Just add here. Then the titanium white, gonna blend this titanium white. Color the bubbles to the waves. I'm going to create more bubbles here. Then the titanium white. Then the yellow color here. I'm going to add yellow color for my color of the water or the waves. Cadmium yellow. Just selecting also this cadmium yellow. Cadmium yellow. I'm gonna blend this cadmium yellow uh, to the color background. Just looking good to that there. Then after that, the Viridian Green. Then the blue color or the cobalt blue. Going to add also the cobalt blue here. Just selecting also the area. Just observe what I did here or what I do. First, going down to this water. What color that I put or that I paint here. Just observe that because that's very important. In the cobalt blue here. Then after that, I'm going to add the titanium white for my waves here. Then this one, I'm going to mix the color of the titanium white in the cobalt blue. Titanium white in the cobalt blue, just add here. Just blend this lighter sky blue to the green color. Just paint here again for my waves. Titanium white here for the bubbles on the waves. Just blend this color here. Then the cobalt blue. Cobalt blue here. Just looking good at that area there. I'm going to add more cobalt blue here. Then the Viridian Green. Gonna paint directly the Viridian Green. Just observe what where I paint the Viridian Green. I did not cover everything here in Viridian Green, just selecting the area. Then I'm going to add the mix the color of the cobalt blue and the violet and add small amount of Mars black. Just add here. Just looking good in that area there. Now let's continue here. Then the cobalt blue I'm going to add also. Just blend this cobalt blue to the dark color that I painted earlier. Just looking good there. Continue here. I'm going to mix the color of the Viridian Green in the titanium white. Viridian Green in the titanium white. Going to make to add here for my waves. This area. I'm going to mix the color of the titanium white and the cobalt blue to create more lighter sky blue. Just like this. Then add small amount of Viridian Green also. Just paint here. Waves effects to the water. Then the cobalt blue again to minimize more lighter color of the waves here or the bubbles effect. Then the yellow color. Just blend this yellow color. Then the Viridian Green. I'm gonna paint directly the Viridian Green also. I'm going to paint directly the Viridian Green. Then titanium white. Just add titanium white for the waves. Just add more titanium white here for my wave or the bubbles. The bubbles of these waves here. Just observe my brush strokes, guys. Very nice waves there. The waves effect to the water. I'm going to continue adding this color. I'm going to continue here. I'm going to mix the cobalt blue and also the violet color at the very bottom here. Then the cobalt blue. Just add also the cobalt blue. Directly paint the cobalt blue here. Then after that, the Viridian Green also. I'm going to add the Viridian Green. Going to add the Viridian Green. Just blend this Viridian Green to the color I painted earlier. Then I'm going to mix the color of the titanium white. Titanium white and the cobalt blue. I'm gonna mix these two colors and add small amount of Viridian Green. Just paint here or just blend this color to this area. Very nice water effects on that area there. Then the yellow color here. Need to add yellow color. And after that, the titanium white. Paint titanium white here for the waves. Just blend this color also. Titanium white. Titanium white for my waves. Paint the titanium white here. Directly paint the titanium white. Just continue adding the titanium white. Then the blue color or the cobalt blue. Just continue here. Add also the yellow color. And the titanium white, just blend also the titanium white here. Now let's continue here. I'm going to mix the color of the cobalt blue and the Mars black color. Cobalt blue and the Mars black color to create a dark blue. Just add here to give more detail to this water or the waves using this number 4 round brush. Going to add more detail to these waves or the water waves to this sea, and also just blend this color. Just continue here for the dark portion of my water. Looking good for my waves effect. Then after that, I'm going to mix the color of the titanium white and the cobalt blue. Just try to create the sky blue color and just add small amount of violet color or the deep violet to create the blue violet color. Or just add little bit below to the titanium white. Under the titanium white color, add this kind of color, the blue violet, to minimize this blue violet. The purpose this is to minimize more light color or the more titanium white effects. Just looking good. Just continue adding with this color here. For more effects, just add more titanium white to the blue violet. Just add cobalt blue. Just continue adding with this blue violet or the lighter blue violet. These are the bubbles effect. Bubbles effect that are not affected too much light. Just looking good for my waves, my water. Then I'm going to mix the color of the yellow and the titanium white. I'm going to select the waves that are, I'm going to add this color here. Selecting the waves, not everything here. I'm going to paint this color or the lighter yellow. Just selecting here. Just looking good. That area there. And after that, the Viridian Green. I'm going to mix the color of yellow and the Viridian Green. Should be more Viridian Green. Just add here and just blend this color to the lighter yellow that I painted earlier. Just blend. Then the blue color I'm going to add also. Also just blend this blue, or no, this is not the blue, this is the cobalt blue. Just looking good for my water. Then the again the yellow and the Viridian Green. Just paint here for more lights of the weaves or light effects to the weaves. Also this one here. Just paint this lighter or the yellow green color to the under the light yellow. Then after that I'm going to add the cobalt blue, and also just blend this cobalt blue to the green color. Just add more cobalt blue here and just blend also. Just looking good, that area there. And after that I'm going to mix the color of the titanium white and the cobalt blue, but it should be more titanium white for more bubbles effect here, the weaves effect. Again, I'm using number 4 round brush. Just continue adding with this light sky blue for my bubbles of these weaves. Just looking good to that there. So this one here. Looking good to my weaves effects. Then after that, the titanium white. Gonna paint directly the titanium white here. Just selecting the area here. Just continue adding the titanium white for my weaves for the lighter bubbles. Lighter bubbles to the weaves. Looking good for my weaves there. Now I'm going to continue here. I'm going to add the subject to this mountain here. And the next is I'm going to mix the color of the Mars black and the cobalt blue. Just add here for my small island to this area. This is my small island here. And also this one here, I'm going to paint also the dark blue color. To create the dark blue color, I mix the color of the Mars black and the cobalt blue. Just paint directly here for my stones on this area here. Also this one here. I'm going to add also a small island to this area. Then after that, I'm going to add more color of light green color here for my color of the mountains, or the highlights of these mountains here, or the mountain, the grasses on this mountain here. Then the Viridian Green also I'm going to add here. Just selecting the area here. Not everything gonna paint the Viridian Green. Then can add more light green color here. The color of the this mountain. That mountain's very nice. Then the yellow color. Directly the yellow color here for the highlight this mountain here. Just looking good, that area there. Then I'm going to mix the color of titanium white and the Viridian Green. Just add here the very for my trees, this lower portion of this mountain, using this light green color, or the I mix the color of the Viridian Green and the titanium white for this. Just add small cobalt blue for my trees on this side here. I'm going to add colorful trees that there. Just mix the color of titanium white and the violet color. Going to add colorful trees here. Then the fluorescent orange yellow. Going to add also here. And after that, the color cadmium yellow also I'm going to add. Just looking good. In the light green color, going to add the light green color here. From a color of the trees, the tree effects, group of trees. The light green color. I add more. I add blue, cobalt blue to this area, so that it will create a bluish effects. And I blend this cobalt blue here. Just continue here, the cobalt blue. Adding this cobalt blue. These are the water that are not affected by too much light. I'm using cobalt blue here and just blend this cobalt blue to the lighter color. And the Mars black at the lower portion of these trees for my island color here, for the shading of the island to the water. And then after that, the cobalt blue again. Just looking good there. Then I'm going to mix the color of the titanium white in the cobalt blue. Titanium white in the cobalt blue. Just add here for my waves effect. Just looking good that there. Then after that, the titanium white. Directly paint the titanium white here. Just directly paint the titanium white for my bubbles effect to the waves. Just looking good that there. So this one here. Then the Rushina, I'm going to mix the Rushina and the orange yellow. Rushina and the orange yellow. Add the violet color. Just add. And small amount of Mars black. Just small amount. I'm going to add to this area for my stones and stones color here. Just looking good at that area there. Then after that, I'm going to add the highlights of that. Can I add more titanium white to the color that I mixed earlier? More titanium white for the highlight effects. Or just add Rushina color. To minimize the highlight there, I'm going to mix the color of Mars black and the Rushina to minimize more highlight color in this area. Also this one here. Going to add directly the Rushina color. Then just blend also this color, create a nicer effect or the nicer highlight, and also the blending of colors here, or to create nicer effects to the ground or the sun to that area there. Then after that, the titanium white in the cobalt blue. Gonna mix this color. It should be more titanium white. And just add here for my water effects or the waves that are waves of my water. That area. Then just mix again the titanium white and the cobalt blue for my waves here, for the bubbles of my waves. Just looking good to that area. And also this one here. Just looking good to that area. And also this one, I'm going to add the higher bubbles of the waves that are affected to these stones. Just looking good to that area there. Just continue adding this titanium white. Just observe my brush strokes. Just looking good to that area there. I'm going to mix the color of the titanium white. I'm going to change my brush. I'm going to mix the color of titanium white and the cobalt blue. Titanium white and the cobalt blue, and just add small amount of Rushina. Create this kind of color. I'm going to add to this area here, or watchtower, small watchtower here. I'm going to add that one. I'm going to mix the color of blue, cobalt blue, and the violet color. Just mix this color and add the Mars black color also to create this kind of color here, and just paint directly here for my watchtower, this area. Just paint here for the shading this watchtower. Just looking good. Then the Mars black color for the design of this tower. This one also here. The titanium white. I'm going to add the titanium white here for more highlight color of this watchtower. I'm going to add more highlight color to this area of my watchtower because my sun area is here. That's why I'm going to add more light color there using this titanium white. This one also here, the upper portion. Then the Mars black to add more detailed here, a little of my tower. This one just looking good for my watchtower there. Just continue adding with the titanium white. Then I'm going to mix the color of the titanium white and the cobalt blue. Just paint this at the back portion of this watchtower for the highlight also here. Just looking good to that area there. I'm going to use the darker violet or the darker blue violet here for my window of this small window of this watchtower, or just paint directly the Mars block. Just there. Also this one here, the design of this watchtower. Just looking good to that there. Then after that, I'm going to add I'm going to mix the color of yellow and the titanium white. The yellow and the titanium white. I'm gonna mix this color and just add it to this area for my glass, this watchtower here. Just looking good. Then the orange yellow. I'm going to add the orange yellow here at the very side of this area. Then after that, I'm going to add also the yellow color next to the orange yellow, the fluorescent orange yellow. Just looking good. Then the titanium white, the very center. And also just blend this titanium white to the yellow color. Just there. Again, the Mars black color to add more design. Or just titanium white here. Titanium white and the cobalt blue. Just add here. Then the Mars black color. I'm going to add the Mars black color here. Just looking good at that area there for my watchtower. Then I'm going to add the roof. Or just I'm going to detail for this area here. Then the cobalt blue, this area. Going to add the roof in that area there. I'm gonna mix the color of the violet and the fluorescent orange yellow for my roof on this watchtower here. Looking good. Then the Mars black color. Going to add the Mars black color also. Then the titanium white. Going to add here the titanium white for the highlight of this roof. Use the titanium white here. And the fluorescent orange yellow also. Then the cobalt blue at the back portion of this roof. And the Mars black color. Now we have a very nice watchtower there. Now let's continue here. I'm going to add detail to this area here. I'm gonna mix the color of the fluorescent orange and the fluorescent orange yellow and the ruchina. I'm gonna mix this color and just add the violet color. Just add here for my, oops, I'm gonna add the Mars black. Just add here for my cliff side here in this portion. Then the Mars black color to minimize more lighter color here. The Mars black color. Just looking good to that area there. Then the blue color, I'm going to add the blue color here for my water. I'm going to add the light green color also here for my color of this cliff or the grasses in this area. Just looking good. In the blue and the light green, I'm gonna mix this color, or the cobalt blue and the light green color. I'm going to mix this color here. Just add here for my trees, this area. And also the fluorescent orange yellow also for my trees color here. And the yellow, cadmium yellow, I'm gonna add also here for the color of my trees. Just looking good to that area there. Then the light green color. Then I'm going to mix the color of the light green and titanium white. Light green and titanium white. Just add here. Oops, I'm going to add more titanium white to the light green color for more highlight color effects to the trees. Just looking good to that area there. Then the cobalt blue. Add also the cobalt blue. Or just mix the cobalt blue and the violet color and add the Mars black color. Just paint here for the darker portion of the leaves of this tree, or the leaves that are not affected with the lights. Or the Mars black. Gonna add also the Mars black color here. Just looking good for my trees in that area there. Then the fluorescent orange yellow also. Just looking good. Also this one here, the fluorescent orange yellow. My trees, or the autumn trees. Just looking good. Just continue adding with this clip here using this ruchina color for the lighter color the cliff here. Then the light green color, I'm going to add also the light green color here. And also mix the light green and the yellow, light green, the yellow color, and just add here. Or just add more yellow color for the highlight of the grasses. Just add more cadmium yellow. Just looking good to that area there. Then after that, I'm going to add also, I'm gonna mix the color of titanium white and the cobalt blue. titanium white and the cobalt blue. Just add here with the waves or the bubbles effect. Just blend also this color. Then the Viridian Green, I'm going to add Viridian Green here. Just selecting the area also for this Viridian Green for my water effects or the water color here. And after that, the Cobalt Blue also. I'm going to add the Cobalt Blue. Just blend also this Cobalt Blue to the green color, the Viridian Green. Looking good to that area there. Then the Titanium White and the Cobalt Blue. Titanium White and the Cobalt Blue. Just add here. Then the Titanium White. I'm going to add Titanium White here. So add more bubbles effect to the waves. Just looking good to that area there. Also this one here. This one also here. Titanium white. Just looking good. Just blend also this titanium white. Then the titanium white in the blue color or the cobalt blue, and just add here. Then the titanium white here for my bubbles effect to the waves, bubbles of the water that are affected by the waves that are affected to this stone. The Mars block and the cobalt blue, and add small amount of violet color and also the fluorescent orange yellow. Just add to this here, or just add Rushina color for my stone on the side here. The Mars black color. Just looking good. Just continue adding with the bubbles effect. Just observe my brush strokes also, guys. We're almost done to this painting. And now guys, we're done with this painting demonstration. We have a very nice view here, a good looking sunrise with a lighthouse and also very nice wave effects to the water. I hope this demonstration guys is helpful for you. And guys, don't forget to subscribe my channel for more free painting tutorial in the near future and also updates on my channel. You can also leave comments and hit like button below this video. And guys, thanks for watching. See you for my next painting demonstration. Peace.